The top 11 movies I saw in 2020 are as follows. Number 11, Happy Death Day to You. Not only is it probably one of my favorite sequel titles of all time, it takes the interesting concept of the first movie and puts a little interesting twist on it, and it's a lot of fun. Horror comedy is a genre not used very often. I think this one, well, both kind of side a little more towards the comedy and less towards the horror, but that's fine. They're still both good movies, and would recommend. Number 10, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. This is a Coen Brothers movie, I think. I didn't do any research before making this. I just really wanted to get this video out, so I'm just talking off the dome. But I'm pretty sure it is a Coen Brothers movie. It's, I guess what you could call an anthology movie? I think that's what you call them. It's sort of a compilation, maybe compilation's a better word. It's a bunch of, like, shorts put together. The shorts are of varying quality. I would say none of them are bad. They go from good to amazing. The initial one starts off real strong. It's great. I would recommend it if you only have like a little bit of time to kill. Just watch them one at a time. It's a good way to piece through the movie. There's not a real connective tissue connecting them. So you could easily just like get up and leave for an hour or even a day or two and then go watch the next one. And they all hold up. They're very good. Good Western setting. I like the Old West. I'm a sucker for cowboy stuff. I don't know why, because I don't like cowboys. I just like that setting. Number 9, Wolfwalkers. It is the latest film by Cartoon Saloon. Yeah, Cartoon Saloon. That did their most famous movies, obviously, Song of the Sea. Surprise, surprise, they continue to just hit it out of the park. Song of the Sea, fantastic. Breadwinner, fantastic. Still haven't seen Secret of Kells. Probably fantastic. And Wolfwalkers, no different. Great animation, beautiful art style. One of the only major released 2D movies. I mean, they're keeping it alive. There's not a whole lot of purely 2D movies anymore, and Cartoon Saloon's keeping it alive. If you're looking for something different, maybe a story that you haven't seen told before, and you just, you're one of those people online complaining that 2D animation doesn't exist anymore, maybe actually go watch some of the movies, because they are there. It's just, you're not watching them. Number 8, Annabelle Comes Home. This is, of course, in the Conjuring universe, more specifically the Annabelle series, but it's the same thing. I mean, if you've seen one of those movies, you know how those things go. They start small scares and then end up with a house exploding. And you go, I don't think that really happened. I don't think that happened, Ed. I think you're lying. I don't think that house exploded. I feel like that would have made the news, Ed. Don't lie to me. But this follows a trend that a lot of movies have done in the last couple years, where they actually are like, I don't want to spoil it, but it's not just an Annabelle movie. That's all I really want to say, because there's some fun stuff. If you like the Conjuring movies, this one is pretty solid. If you like the Annabelle movies, I still haven't seen the first one, but I think they're solid horror movies. They're not reinventing the wheel, but they're far from trash. I think they're all competently made, and this one continues to be more of that. Number 7, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. This is a series that obviously I missed out on when they came out. I wasn't even born when the first two came out. With the release of the new one, Face the Music, I decided, hey, let's go back and watch those first two and then watch the new one. Series as a whole, pretty great. They're dumb fun. But I think that first one is a little more special dumb fun. There's some of my, there's some great jokes in that first movie. Real, dumb shit that doesn't make sense. Like, complete nonsense. And that's my bread and butter when it comes to comedy. I love just goofy stuff that doesn't have to make sense. Was it funny? Yeah, cool, put it in. If you can get past a lot of the like, hey, dude, you can get past a lot of like that talk, there's a lot here. It's a real fun movie. I think they hold up. I'd recommend the whole series. Number 6, Joker. There's not much to say about this movie that hasn't already been said. I think it's very good. I think Joaquin Phoenix does one of the best performances of his life. I think it's an excellent portrayal of Joker. I think I don't know if the right word is allegory or symbolism. I don't know. I'm too dumb to do movie talks. But whatever they were going for, I liked it. It's a good movie. Do I think it should have won Best Picture like that one guy did? No. But it is good. It's very good. If you're tired of superhero stuff, this is something completely fresh. And also, like, just the idea of focusing on a villain. Like, we got close with that Venom movie. That's more like an anti-hero situation. But Joker's just straight up a bad guy. And not even counting superhero movies. Like, you just don't get that a lot. I mean, don't be wrong. It's not the first movie to do it. But it's just an interesting take for a movie to, like, hey, let's focus on the villain. It was a good time. I liked it. Number 5, The Green Book. If there's a type of film that I have sort of a weird soft spot for that I can't explain, is like 1950s race relations. It's a weird thing to say, but just like people learning to not be racist is just infinitely heartwarming to me. It's nice to see because it's very much still around today. So I like to watch movies where people learn that it's bad to hate other human beings. And The Green Book tells that story fantastically. I mean, Viggo Mortensen obviously does a great job. I don't want to pronounce his name wrong. Mahershala Ali, I think that's how you say his first name, is great. He's fantastic. I've been following him for a while, and he's a really good actor. And the two just have a great dynamic, fantastic chemistry, and it's a good movie. Number 4, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Took me a while to get around to seeing this movie. I'd meant to, and I just never did. And yeah, I'm glad I did. It tells sort of a true story. It takes true events and kind of spins them. Some parts it spins only a little bit. Some parts it flips them completely on their head. But it does keep you on your toes, because like you can kind of follow a plot if you know the true story that this is based on. It's I don't even want to say what it's based on, because then like people might get an idea of what the movie's about. And I'm kind of someone that's like going to everything blind. It's great. It's way more fun to go in completely blind to a movie. But it's Quentin Tarantino. He does good work. Incredibly tense scenes, really drawn out scenes, good dialogue, character interactions. Like I said, it's a Tarantino movie. But also, the end of the movie, it's a Tarantino movie. It's also a lot of feet. They say it was a Tarantino movie. Number 3, Black Klansman. This movie, also based on a true story, but it doesn't really spin the truth that much. Just your normal Hollywood dramatization. Otherwise stays pretty true to the source material. About a black man joining the KKK. It's right in the title, Black Klansman. It's good. It's very good. This was the first movie I've ever seen John David Washington in, and he does a great job as the main character of the film. Also, Adam Driver, the old Star Wars baby himself. Adam Driver is a great character in this movie. I like the two of them together. Yeah, I mean, if the idea of him breaking into the KKK is not interesting to you, it should be. And like I said, based on true story, so you might learn something. Number 2, we got another Tarantino movie, The Hateful Eight. This might be the slowest movie I have ever seen. It is just talking. That's it. They talk. Here's a shot where these guys will talk for 20 minutes, and then we'll cut over to these guys talking for 40 minutes. And then let's just have everyone sit in a house and talk for like an hour and a half. That's it. But I was enthralled. It was like, I've never seen something so plain be so captivating. Now, there is obviously a plot, and there's a pretty good plot. But, so I don't want people to just think it is just talking. I guess you could call it a whodunit, maybe? And it really keeps you on your toes. Twists, turns, good acting, of course. Yeah, have yourself a little Tarantino day. Watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Hateful Eight. Might be a slow day, but it'll be a damn fine day. And number 1 is my favorite little silly bear, Paddington 2. These movies are just they're so goddamn charming. They're like, family movies don't exist anymore, really. It's like super dumbed down kiddie movies or like adult movies, dumb teen comedies or whatever. Well, those don't really exist anymore either. But this is like fun for the whole family type of film. Something that, like I said, it's not around really. And they're perfect. Both of them. Like, how many movies can you say that not only is the sequel better, which is rare? Well, no. I don't know if I can say this one's actually better. And that's only because I think Paddington 1 is, like, perfect. And Paddington 2, it's also perfect. It's just, I mean, it's great. Watching that silly little bear get up to his antics, I'll never get tired of it. It doesn't matter how cold and dead your heart may be. There's no way that this bear doesn't charm his way into your heart. So I cannot recommend this movie enough. Of course, please watch the first one too, because, you know, having more bear movies is not a bad thing. That's it. Those are the movies that I watched in 2020. Some pretty good movies. I, enjoyed everything I talked about. I enjoyed a lot of movies I didn't talk about. If you've seen any of these movies, let me know. Tell me what you thought about them. If any of these movies makes you think of a recommendation to throw my way, toss it to me. Maybe I'll watch it, and maybe find out it gets put on a list for next year. Hopefully this video comes out sooner next year than this one. That'd be nice.